Today we are going to make some masks out of recyclables. So as you can see on the table here, we've got some recyclables that we found in our centre. So if you've been doing a lot of Amazon shopping, or your parents have, you might have some boxes that look like this, or some tubes out of cardboard, or any little bits really. If you've had any packs of colours, or anything like this, thin card, thick card, corrugated card, anything would do, toilet roll tubes, anything. So like I say, we've got little bits of things like this. So what you're going to do is be really imaginative and layer your cards. So what you'll need today is obviously your cardboard, pair of scissors, glue. Pritt stick would work and so would sellotape, but this glue is optional. We've got a glue spreader and a little pot to put our glue in, but again, you could just do it directly to it. And then later on, once it's complete and dry, something that you might have lying around, so some pens, paints, crayons, to just colour it in, just to make it pop. I've done lots of cutouts already of different shapes that I might use, so some circles, some triangles. I've cut out some tubing just to make something 3D, and also I've started to take off the layer to make corrugated for some different texture. You could do this really easily if you've got corrugated cards, you can see, because of the sound and the feel. But if you just take your scissors and score down the lines very gently, like so, and then if you peel it back, and then you can just peel off the card to show the layers. Like I said, I did most of this earlier on just because you could do this, you can take your own time as much as you like, but we know that you're going to get bored after 10 minutes of me just peeling card and cutting shapes out. So you could do anything, but there you can see we've just exposed some more of that. So that'll be used later. We also have some tissue paper cut out into circles. You could use tissue paper and paint it, like obviously ask for permission if you're going to use stuff like that, because you can't just nip out the shops to get more. So I've just cut out a big square from a box like that, just for a basic shape. Now again, I've done a little bit earlier, I decided that my face shape is going to be that shape because it looks a little bit like a face. We're not cutting out eyeballs or anything, we're just going to keep layering and layering and layering with the different shapes that we've already cut out to make a mask. So here's an example of what somebody's done on the internet. This is brightly coloured, you can have a little Google of other ones, and this is an example with the different textures adding on, so you can see we're not cutting anything other than the shapes, and we're just going to stick them on and layer them. So I think we'll start with the nose because it's the biggest feature. I think we'll go for this one, just a random shape. Be quite liberal with your glue because card's quite tricky to stick. I'm just blobbing it on. Doesn't matter if it goes over because it's going to dry anyway, and we're going to add more things to it. So I'm going to do it that way. Again, the colours of card will be different, doesn't matter at all, because if you've got paint or colours that you can colour it in with, then you can just add those later. And I've got pre-cut things as well, so mine's going to go a little bit faster. It might take you a little bit longer if you're cutting out your own shapes. So very quickly, we've got where we're going to put our layered eyes. We've got our nose. You can maybe glue other bits on. Again, it's not going to be the neatest today, but you can spend lots of time gluing and sticking. So about the same thickness. I like things to be of a similar thickness, just for symmetry. Like anything, our face is quite symmetrical, so I want my mask to be like that too. If it doesn't stick, I'll cry. No, not really. So we've got our little eye shapes. What can I use for a mouth? think I'll cut some of this out. So I've got some scissors handy. Oh. That'll do. I'll glue. Oh, I dropped it. It's a very, very plain face, like not much emotion. As you can see, we've got. So I don't know whether we should add some teeth. We've got some pre-cut triangles. Again, any shape would work really, as long as you've got the time to cut them out. How sharp should we have the teeth? Oh, I don't know how to make a sharp. There, that's a sharp tooth. Couldn't work it out then. Which way do you put a triangle to make it pointy? Oh. Again, you could do anything. There's a lot of tiki masks and things if you play like Crash Bandicoot. You could copy designs, you know, from your favourite games. You could go more traditional. It's just about cut out enough for the design. I didn't plan to do anything specific. I just wanted to show you the possibilities and get gluey in the process, because there's nothing quite as satisfying as picking off dry glue from your fingers. Obviously we'll wash them as well. No, we don't want to spread germs. Got some sharp teeth. One more should do for that. Oh. I'm already very sticky, but I need some more glue. Right. So what do I need? I need some cheeks. I want to put these the other colour just so I know what they are when I'm doing it later on. A little bit of glue, splodge, glue. And we're going to do some ridges on the nose because we want to build it up a little bit. I'm just ripping this card because it's quite thin. Oh, I've just got my t-shirt. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's a rustic look. I think we need some eyebrows. I think we're lacking some eyebrows, so let's get some triangles that we cut out earlier. We'll do puzzled. We'll make it look puzzled. Do one. Oh, wonky one there. Don't you just love playing with glue? It's like one of the best things ever. And then we'll put some lines just to build some more texture into it. I think we need to give the mask some lips, because I think right now he looks, I don't know, maybe like he's a bit chilly. I like that dog, that little chihuahua thing, that's the ugliest dog in the world. That's not really ugly. What can I do to make lips? I'm going to use some tissue paper. Let's use some orange. I'm going to roll it up. It's the most time consuming thing. I'm just going to go proper mental. I've just added the glue directly to it at this point. Your art teachers probably wouldn't approve of this technique because it's wasteful, but still. Anything that you don't use can just be thrown back into your recycling, so and you can maybe put it on your wall if it looks good. If not, you know, it's something to do for 20 minutes. Ooh. Do multicoloured because I'm liking that style. Say if you've got paint, you can just do it white and then add different colours later on. And so sticky. It's great. Again. I don't think you'd want to come across this mask. You know, like Jim Carrey's The Mask. I think you'd be terrified and run away. I'll do the whole bottom lip purple. Do we have any days coming up, like Mother's Day? You could make one for your mum, or Easter. Maybe sort of chicken. I don't know how, maybe you have to design that a little bit more. Sticky! So now we've got some lips. I'm going to balls them up. I'll do some yellow, because we've still got space in the eyes. Stick some in. Why not, eh? So our camera person is Angela today. Angela's very crafty too. She probably could do this better than me.
I don't think so. And it's looking very good.
I need another shape. I've got 2 circles here that I made earlier. I'm just going to make them a bit smaller and put them inside the cheeks. And now I've got another shape I could potentially use. Maybe give it some earrings. Oh, I'm making it look very scary. Could hide it around the house. Don't tell anyone you've made one, and then put it in the bathroom when it's dark and make your parents go, "Ooh," or your siblings. What can I do? Oh, I'll give it some panda ears. I think that will work. We're almost done. And then you'd have to leave it to dry. Oh, I've got glue all over the table now. Fabulous. Obviously you will have to tidy any mess that you make, because you can't just leave it for other people to do. Oh. I'm going to put some more ridges along the side just to build it up a little bit more just before. Just to tie in some of the features. Or make them stand out even more. And there we have our very scary mask.
Wow. Once I've coloured in, it'll look good.
Yeah, so we'll leave it to dry. We can't obviously colour it in now. But if you wanted to do one and then maybe tag them and show us on the page, that'll be great. Thanks very much for watching.
Bye.
Goodbye.